Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to be reviewing, as promised, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Stick Foundation. I talked about this in my last video, my haul video, that I have been using this for a few weeks and I absolutely love this product, which is a huge surprise to me because I typically do not like stick foundations. Usually I just don't like the consistency. I feel like it just feels too heavy on my skin and suffocates my skin, but I am loving the way this foundation looks on the skin, so I wanted to do a demo for you. I've been using it for a couple weeks, like I said, so I have found my favorite way to wear this, what products I like to wear it with, and how I find I get the best wear out of this foundation. So if you want to learn all about this foundation and how I like to wear it, then just keep on watching. Thanks. Okay, so first I'm going to start off by just reading you off the Makeup Forever website a little bit about this foundation. So it's called the Ultra HD Stick Foundation and it retails for $43. It is, so here are the details on the Makeup Forever site. Created for the very latest high-definition technologies of film and TV industry, Ultra HD advanced formulas look invisible on 4K camera and to the naked eye. Perfect for the makeup pros and for you. Ultra HD Stick Foundation feels like a second skin. I believe I agree with that. And provides medium to full coverage while looking flawless and natural. Completely agree with that statement. Exclusive 4K complex guarantees invisible, natural, and comfortable makeup. The creamy texture blends in seamlessly to conceal imperfections, perfect for touch-ups. The formula glides on and makes skin look even toned and moisturized with a soft satin finish. Great for all skin types, even dry skin. So that is straight up off of Makeup Forever's website. And I have to say, I don't think I have ever read a review or a description, I should say description of a product before where I can just say yes, 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 yes. I completely agree with that. So I'm just going to talk as I apply it. Otherwise this video will be way longer than it needs to be. So I do have my eye makeup on, I have my eyebrows, and I have a little bit of lips. I don't have anything on my skin at all except a little bit of moisturizer. So I have found that the best way for me to wear this foundation is to use a primer. I don't always wear primers, but I have found with this particular foundation, for me to get it to wear all day and I don't have to touch up as much, I need to wear a primer. The days that I don't wear a primer, it's still pretty when I first apply it, but I have to touch up several times throughout the day. If sometimes I go work out on my lunch break at work and I just do like a weightlifting class, so I don't sweat too much, so I don't shower because I'm in a rush to get back to work. And the days that I do that with this foundation, I do feel by the end of the day I'm kind of a greasy looking mess. So a primer is necessary if you have more on the oily side of skin types. Definitely use a primer. I'm going to be using the Mineral Veil Primer by Hourglass. It's just what I've been using, but I think any primer will really work. Just make sure it's a mattifying primer. I like to warm this up in my hands. Also, it's going to keep me from applying too much product. I do like to apply this under my eyes too, so that my concealer benefits from the priming. Okay, so it comes in a stick like this. I am the shade Y325, so I'm not real familiar with Makeup Forever foundations. I bought the HD, the liquid foundation, years ago, and I wasn't a fan of it. I know I might be the only one in the world that says that, but I just didn't see what all the hype was. It didn't give me the coverage that I liked. So this is my first Makeup Forever? No, I had the matte finish. Anyway, this is the first Makeup Forever foundation I've had in quite some time. The way that I apply it is I apply it by just striping my face. I do 2 stripes on the forehead, on the cheeks. I do one on the chin. I do one in the center of the nose and on the side. So I apply quite a bit. This is a medium to full coverage. So I like a lot of coverage, and about this amount is going to give me the coverage that I need. I don't have excessive amounts of blemishes on the skin. I do have some freckles and some brown spots I like to cover, but you know, if you want more coverage, you apply more. If you want less coverage, obviously apply less. I use my good old Bobbi Brown full coverage foundation brush to blend this out. This is my favorite foundation brush at the moment. I've been talking about this for a while. I love it. This foundation literally is like within seconds, it blends into the skin. You do not need to work with this a lot. It really does glide into the skin and blend out seamlessly. I did not spend a lot of time picking my shade, so I was actually concerned when I got home that I was going to have a shade that was too dark or too light. I had my 1-year-old with me when I was shopping for makeup, which I never recommend doing because it's a little stressful. And so anyway, needless to say, I just grabbed this one quickly, and I was very pleasantly surprised to see that it just blends into my skin so easily. And I have a feeling that I could have gone either up or down a shade and it still would have been okay, because it does blend into the skin so nicely. It just is so pretty. It just looks so natural. Like it just disappears into the skin, yet it gives full coverage. It's a very natural looking full coverage foundation, if that makes any sense. It makes the skin look so healthy. It is not a matte finish. I normally like and prefer matte finishes. This is not a matte finish at all. This is more of a satin finish. So what that means is that it's not going to look dry and matte, but it's not really going to look dewy or luminous. It's just going to look like very healthy skin. Like when your skin looks its best and you've just put on moisturizer, you know how your skin has that supple look? That's what this foundation does to your skin. So I do always set this foundation with a powder, which I normally don't do with matte foundations, but this one I have to set with a powder. But before I do that, I'm going to apply another product that I've been using and really loving. I talked about this in my haul video too. It's the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I saw this in a video and I had to have it. It is a creamy it's a creamy like pastel pink brightener. And I just put this under my eyes before I put concealer. So I still put my concealer on, I just put this down first. So this kind of works like a backlight for your concealer. It's just going to brighten up that under eye area. If you have really dark under eye circles, this will be your best friend, because this is going to help cancel out that darkness before you put your concealer. So sometimes I've worked with brides before that I feel like I conceal under their eyes, but they still see their darkness coming through, like they're very conscious of that. And this would be a product that I would recommend for you. It's almost like color correcting. So I'll just go in with a beauty blender and blend that out, and then I'll take my normal concealer and go on top of that. Right now I've been using the Urban Decay Naked Concealer. And this is a close match to my skin color. It's not a lighter concealer like sometimes I'll use to highlight. The Becca product will actually give you that highlight, so you don't really have to go in with a lighter concealer. And I'm just going to blend all of this out with a damp beauty blender. So I have been wearing these products together, the Becca Under Eye Brightener, the Urban Decay Concealer, and the Makeup Forever HD Stick. So I will apply it like so. Then I always set everything. I have to with this foundation. If you like really, really glowy dewiness, you don't have to set it, but I will say that you will probably be a greasy mess a couple hours later, especially if you have oily skin. I can almost guarantee it. So I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs number 40 Mirage Filter Contour and Highlight Kit. I've been using this to set under my eye area. This product is amazing. It's on the high end of pricing, but it's so good. Oh my gosh, it just makes any texture in your skin disappear. Like any fine lines or pores or any texture. Basically any area the skin's not perfectly smooth, it gives the illusion of very smooth skin. Very airbrushed is what it looks like. It almost looks like when you take a picture and then you go out and smooth it with a filter. It's what it does in real life. It's pretty amazing. So I will just set under my eyes with that. Then I do set the rest of the foundation with a translucent powder. I've been using Makeup Forever HD powder in loose, and I'll just set everything with that before I go in with the bronzer. Because this is a satin finish foundation, if I didn't do this step, what I would run the risk of doing if I grabbed my bronzer and went in and tried to apply like really soft bronzer, it could stick to it and give a really harsh line and not look that soft. So I want to put a setting powder down first, just to make any other products like blush or bronzer that I put down look more natural. That makes sense. Okay, so for bronzer, I've been using the Bobbi Brown. I talked about this in my haul video. Of course, I'm using all the new products that I recently bought. This is the bronzing powder in Golden Light, and I'm just going to use this to bronze up and warm up my skin. And I'm going to use the 135 brush by MAC, one of my favorites. I like this brush because it's so light, so it's really hard to goof up and apply too much product. Oh my gosh, I just love this combination of products. It is so pretty. So smooth, great coverage. That HD foundation, if you're a working makeup artist, that would be something I would stock your kit with, because it's really light and very compact, so you can pack a lot of these without taking up a lot of space. And because it's really flexible in pigmentation, you don't need every shade, you know what I mean? You can like mix shades to get the shade you want. So basically you don't need to have every shade in the line. You can grab like maybe like 3 light to medium and like 3 medium to darks, and then you can customize and make the perfect shade for anyone. You can't do that with all foundations. You know, you really have to find a foundation that is not so specific in pigmentation. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Okay, and last, of course, I have to give some color to the cheeks, and I've just been using my 137 brush by MAC, and I'm using this shade out of the Tarte Energy Noir palette. I still need to do a tutorial with this palette, but honestly, I haven't been wearing it that much. I use it more for eyeliner and blush than I do for all over shadow, so I need to do that still. So I just give some color to my cheeks. And last, for lips, I'm just going to add a lipstick just to give some color to my lips, and I'm using Runaway Hit by MAC. It's a retro matte shade. I do have the Dior lip balm below, so my lips are pretty hydrated. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little demo of the Makeup Forever HD stick foundation. My review of this foundation is I definitely would put this in one of my favorites. I love this foundation. I think it would be great for all skin types. The only skin type that I would be a little cautious with is very oily skin. Not to say you couldn't wear it if you have oily skin, but I would definitely use a primer with this foundation. Even if you have normal skin, if you have dry skin, maybe it's not necessary, but I have pretty normal skin. I don't have dry, I don't have oily, but I still need to use a primer. It looks beautiful initially, but I do have to touch up throughout the day, more so than I do with like any other matte foundation or long wearing foundation that I own. So that is the only drawback I think to this foundation, but honestly, it's so pretty when you first apply it that I'll deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this foundation would be great for like a night out or a special event. Maybe not for your everyday go to work like 12-hour a day foundation, unless you don't mind touching up. But it's beautiful for like those nights that you want to just absolutely look your best, look Photoshop, look airbrushed. This would be great for that. So that is my review of this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it if you've tried this foundation. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!